Hi guys, I realised recently that I haven't actually done many DVD update videos recently. I got a bunch a while ago, so I think that's really why. But I decided I've got so many, it's going to take me ages to do different update videos. Might as well just go back through all my DVDs and just show an update, see just how it's progressed since the last time I did it. I did one a few years ago, recorded it on my phone, so the quality wasn't that good. It was something like 240p. I decided I might as well just do an update overview sort of thing. I was gonna do this a few years ago when I first got this camera, but I never did. So let's start off. Right, it's all in different like genres. Like this at the top is just in normal order because there's no like restriction at the top of the like thing like there is here. It goes up to there, so I decided to stack them there, and throughout there's all my Blu-rays. I've got other films up there and some box sets and stuff over there. So let's get started. So the first genre we have is the comedies, and starts off with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Jim Carrey comedy film from the 90s. I haven't seen that for a long time, but I remember really liking that one. Just need to push these all in. Next up we have Airplane, probably the funniest film ever made. Just a great film. Ali G in the House. It's okay, I haven't seen it for a while again, but yeah, it's from the person who does the Borat and Bruno films, and he also did The Dictator a couple years ago. He's been in a bunch of stuff since then, but yeah, this was his first film based on Ali G, the character from the TV show, the Ali G Show, which Borat and Bruno originated from. So yeah, that was the first one. It's not as good as Borat or Bruno, but I still enjoyed it. Next we have Alien Autopsy, starring Anton Deck, who are really big like TV presenters in the UK. They have tons of different shows they present on. They have their own show called Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway, which has been on since I was little. But yeah, this was a really good one based on the true story about the Alien Autopsy video. So yeah. Next we have just take all these out. The first 3 American Pie films. I've got Reunion on Blu-ray, but yeah, these I've only got on DVD at the moment. Yeah, I love the whole like series. Reunion is not as good as the first 3, but I think they're really good. I kind of like the straight-to-video ones as well. I know they're not really well made at all, and at times they're not even funny at all, but I enjoyed them for what they were. American Pie, the first one's probably the best, with The Wedding closely behind. Then I'd say it's number 2 and Reunion after that. But yeah, I recently had like a marathon of all 4 of them. Well, not really a marathon. I watched the first 3 in one day, and then I watched the 4th one the next day, so not really a marathon, but yeah. Next we have the original Arthur, starring Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli and John Gielgud. Don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, this is a really funny one. So yep, classic 80s comedy. And we have Basketball, starring Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park, Team America, and this was like one of the only films they've ever like properly starred in that's live action. It's from the person who, one of the creators of the Naked Gun films and Airplane, and he also did the newest 3 scary movies, 3 to 5. But yep, this is an okay one. It's nothing amazing, but I definitely think it's quite funny. And we have Adam Sandler's film Big Daddy, with Adam Sandler and the kids who are, well, they're not anymore, but they were on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Yeah, they played the little boy, play one boy in this. I really enjoyed this one. I definitely think it's one of Adam Sandler's best. So, yep. Then we have Tom Hanks in Big. Another classic 80s film. If you haven't seen this, this is a huge recommendation. I don't know why I was saying that. That doesn't really make much sense. But yeah, it's a really, really good film. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. And we have Will Ferrell and Jon Heder in Blades of Glory. This one's okay. I watched it not that long ago. I didn't think it was as good as I remember. It's also got Will Arnett from Arrested Development in it. And he's not as funny as he is in Arrested Development. But yeah, Blades of Glory is still quite a funny film. Then we have Borat. Yep. Not much to say about that, but yeah, it's quite funny. We have another classic 80s film, The Breakfast Club, from John Hughes, starring Emilio Estevez, Molly Ringwald, and Anthony Michael Hall. Another one you definitely need to check out if you haven't seen it. They recently released it on Blu-ray, and they've also released a 2-disc DVD. But yeah, I only got this, was the only one they had, so just picked this up. It was cheap, pre-owned. So yeah. Then we have Bruno, Sacha Baron Cohen's last of his Ali G adaptation films. No, it's not as good as Borat, but it's still quite funny. It's only really funny like the first couple times you watch it, if you find it funny at all. But yeah, it's not that bad. Then we have a highly underrated film, Jim Carrey and Maverick Broderick in The Cable Guy. I really liked this one, and a lot of people hate it and say it almost ruined Jim Carrey's career. But no, I thought it was actually pretty good. So yeah. And then we have my only 2 Kevin Smith movies, which is quite bad as I am a really big fan. First we have Clerks X, one of my all-time favourite films. It is just a fantastic comedy. It is of course the 3-disc edition. It comes like this and comes out in, I don't know, what is it? I don't know how it comes out. Is it? No, it's not Digibook, but yeah, but there's 3 discs of course. There's some really good special features, including a very good in-depth documentary about it, which I definitely recommend watching. What's it called? Does it say it on there? The Snowball Effect. Sorry, it's a bit out of focus there, but yeah. I'll put this back in. Then we, of course, we have Dogma, which it's a bit dirty there. Stars Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Linda Fiorentino, Salma Hayek, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Alan Rickman, and Chris Rock. This is like it's the 4th in the Jersey trilogy. I wouldn't say it's the best. I really do enjoy it. I've watched it a few times. It's a lot of fun, and it was actually the first film Kevin Smith ever wrote. He wrote it before Clerks. But yeah, Dogma's a really good one, and it's got our future Batman in it, Ben Affleck. So yeah. Then we have another John Hughes classic 80s film, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This the Bueller edition. Yeah, it's good, really good film. It doesn't have many special features in it, so I don't know why they call it the special edition or whatever, the Bueller edition, when there's not much special features on it. Next is Forgetting Sarah Marshall, one that I really like, from the creators of Knocked Up and The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's written by him, I forgot his name, does it say it? Jason Segel, who's on How I Met Your Mother. He's also in the new Muppets film, which he also wrote, and he wrote and starred in the 40-Year-Old not 40-Year-Old Engagement, it's the 5-Year Engagement. That was pretty good, that one. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I've seen it quite a few times. It's quite funny. It's got Mila Kunis in it. Is that how you pronounce her name? I don't know. But yeah. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check that out. And then we have a British comedy called Four Lions. It's a terrorist comedy, and it is just really funny. Yeah, it's quite a basic DVD there. It looks like it should have a slip cover, which it probably should, but yeah, I just bought it like this. Didn't have a slip cover or anything, but hugely recommend this one if you've not seen it. And we have Get Smart, the new film with Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson and Alan Arkin. I haven't seen this for a long time, so I can't remember if I really enjoy it that much. I'm pretty sure I liked it, but yeah, so that's that. And then we have the 2 Ghostbuster films. Yeah, I really love the Ghostbuster films. I'm gonna say something quite controversial here, but I don't think they should make it Ghostbusters 3. To be honest, I think it should just be left with these 2. They're just classic films. I think even the video game that came out recently, I think that's fine. But I haven't played it much. I played the demo, but I'm pretty sure just with that video game, that would have been just a great way to continue the series and pretty much end it. I don't think they need another film. I think that would just kind of be outstaying its welcome. But yeah, 2 Ghostbuster films, they are classics. And we have Ricky Gervais in Ghost Town. This one's okay. I don't really remember much. Well, I do remember quite a bit about it. I think it's a good idea, but I think they just try and play too much on the drama and not enough on the comedy. So that's literally my only problem with it. It's not funny enough, but it's still pretty good. Put that there. Then we have Guest House Paradiso, based on the British show Bottom. Yeah, this isn't actually very good at all. It's got hugely bad reviews, and yeah, I haven't seen it for a while. I remember liking it okay. It's got Simon Pegg in it in one of his first roles, and I think it has some funny scenes in it, but I don't think that's really enough to save it. So yeah. Then we have one of the Cornetto films, Hot Fuzz. This isn't my favourite of the trilogy. I haven't seen The World's End yet, but I've seen this and Shaun of the Dead. I think this is a really good one, but I don't think it's as good as Shaun of the Dead. I think after a few times of watching Hot Fuzz, I kind of got bored of it, whereas Shaun of the Dead I've seen tons of times and I don't get bored of it at all. So yeah, really good one. So try and put that in. It's in an awkward position there. And then we have the 2 Hot Shot films. These are 2 parody movies starring Charlie Sheen. The first one's a parody of Top Gun, the second one's a parody of Rambo. It's got a funny little picture on that. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, let me just check. Yeah, this is quite stupid. On the disc for the first film, it's got the cover of the second film. I don't know why at all. It's kind of stupid. I'm pretty sure they didn't do that with the second one. No, the second one's just fine. It's just a picture of the film, so I don't see why they've messed it up so bad. But yeah, these are quite funny. I don't see why they did that though, but yep, whatever. And then we have the In-Betweeners movie, one that I really enjoy. It's based on the In-Betweeners, the TV show in the UK, which I just absolutely love. Yeah, I saw this in the cinema twice, and I'm pretty sure it's the only film I've ever seen in the cinema twice at the moment. So yeah, definitely doing something right. It's weird. It's one of those films that after I saw it the first time, I was like, that was really good. Not only did I not want it to end, I actually wanted to see it again straight away. So, yeah, I saw it a few weeks later, and it just wasn't as funny as it was the first time. I've seen it something like 3 or 4 times now. I do find it funny every time. I do really enjoy it. I think it was a great way to end the series. But, yeah, I don't know. So, the In-Betweeners movie. Then we have The Invention of Lying, another Ricky Gervais film. Really good one. Stars Ricky Gervais, Jennifer Garner, Jonah Hill, Louis C.K. and Rob Lowe and Tina Fey. I saw this in the cinema and I really enjoyed it in the cinema. Watched it on DVD and didn't think it was as good. It's kind of one of those films that, yeah, it's really funny and you enjoy it. It's got some really good, interesting ideas. But it's not one of those films you'll want to watch over and over and over again. So, yeah. And then we have the Jackass Complete Collection. Jackass 3 and Jackass 3.5. Yeah, I really like the Jackass films. I'm looking forward to the Bad Grandpa film. So, yeah, this is the complete collection here, which comes with the first two films, all 3 volumes of the TV show, and a bonus disc. So, yeah, I bought this a few years ago before the 3rd film came out. I really enjoy it. I think the 2nd film's the best one. The first one's the closest to being just a episode of the TV show. But the 2nd one is incredibly funny. I really enjoyed the 3rd one as well. It's a shame about Ryan Dunn dying a couple of years ago, because I would have loved to have seen a 4th film. 3.5 wasn't actually that good. I need to get the 2.5 and the Lost Tapes. I've seen both of them and they are quite funny. The Lost Tapes is like better than the 3 volumes of the TV show and the box set, which is weird. But yeah. So next we have Juno. It was actually nominated for Best Picture. I did not know that until I looked it up on the internet. Stars Ellen Page, Michael Cera, Jennifer Garner, Jason Bateman, Allison Janney, and J.K. Simmons. It's a really funny film about pregnancy. It's just really good. It's like the first film when Michael Cera and Jason Bateman from Arrested Development were together in the film, although they're never actually on the screen at the same time. Kind of disappointing, but yeah, Juno is really funny. I really like that one. And then we have Liar Liar, another classic Jim Carrey film. Probably his best physical comedy. He's done a lot of physical comedies like Ace Ventura 1 and 2, the Bruce Almighty, his new one Yes Man, and Liar Liar. But I think Liar Liar is the best one out of them all. So, yeah, really good one. Then we have the first 2 Look Who's Talking films. I used to love these growing up. Yeah, I can't really remember much about them. I watched the 2nd one not that long ago and I thought it was okay, but there's a huge critical panning of them. They got really bad reviews, so they could be just terrible. I'll have to watch them again sometime. I know Look Who's Talking Now, the 3rd one, that is terrible. I've always hated that one. That's where instead of being the babies who are, it's basically, it's about a baby who you can hear his thoughts and everything. He's basically narrating his thoughts, and it's the same with the 2nd one, except the first one has Bruce Willis in it. The 2nd one also has Bruce Willis and it has someone else in it, Roseanne Barr. And then the 3rd one's you hear the dog's thoughts instead, and that one was just really unfunny and terrible. So yeah. Then we have Jane Austen's Mafia. Really funny parody film of The Godfather and all these other mafia films. It's from one of the people who wrote the what's it called, the Naked Gun films, and I really enjoyed this one. It's probably one of the most underrated comedies of the 90s. Really good one, starring Jay Moore, Lloyd Bridges, Olympia Dukakis and Christina Applegate. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one, I'd definitely say watch it. And then we have some Monty Python. Probably have to move this stuff here. So yeah, so first we have the Holy Grail. Life of Brian, The Meaning of Life, which I got not that long ago, and Live at the Hollywood Bowl. I don't have a Now for Something Completely Different yet. I also don't have the Flying Circus, the TV series, which is one I really need to pick up sometime. But yeah, I've always been a huge Monty Python fan ever since I first watched films when I was little. They're just incredibly funny, especially The Holy Grail and Life of Brian. I really like Meaning of Life. It's probably one of my favourites of all of them. It probably is my favourite, but I don't think it's as funny and memorable as the first two. I don't know what it is about The Meaning of Life. I've always preferred that, even though it's not as funny. It's kind of weird. I liked how they went back to the original sketch format. Yeah, they do that really well, especially with The Meaning of Life, despite the fact there are a couple really unfunny scenes that I think the film could have done without. But yeah, I really enjoy all of them. The Live at the Hollywood Bowl, where basically it's exactly what it says. They're live at the Hollywood Bowl. They're basically redoing some of their skits, some of their most famous ones from the Flying Circus show. It's funny. So that's that. And then we have Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams and Sally Field in it. I've always really liked this one. Yep, that's pretty much all I can say. Everyone knows about that film. And we have My Super Ex-Girlfriend, starring Uma Thurman and Luke Wilson. And another one I really liked, but I haven't heard many people talk about this one. It's quite funny. It's basically about this guy who gets a girlfriend and she's a superhero. She's got superpowers, and he breaks up with her and she gets pissed off and starts trying to kill him. And I just find it really funny. So that's that. And then we have the Naked Gun trilogy. 3 of my favourite films of all time. They're just incredibly funny. I watch them quite regularly because just they're so funny. Leslie Nielsen was one of the funniest people in the world. It's a shame he's dead, and it's a shame that he was getting underutilized in the last, from the 90s onwards. He was in some really bad films like Repossessed and the last couple of scary movie films he was in. He's also in the what's it called? The Big Fat Important movie, which is called An American Carol in America. It's by the people who made these films. He would be in all their films basically, and he was in some pretty shitty films. Which is a shame. He was always getting used for physical comedy, which yeah, he does do physical comedy really well, but I kind of prefer the seriousness he brings to his roles. So yeah, I really like the Naked Gun trilogy. Now we have one of my favourite Christmas films, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase. This is just absolutely hilarious. I watch it every Christmas and it makes me laugh every time. Yeah, that's that. And we have The Nutty Professor starring Eddie Murphy. One I really like, but a lot of people don't. Some people prefer this to the original. Some people don't. It's not really gotten much of a panning at all. A lot of people say yeah, it's okay. So yeah, I really like this one. I always have ever since I was little. Then we have The Other Guys, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. It's from the people who made Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Anchorman, all these films. It's just really, really funny. It's no, not spy. It's like a police chase, buddy cop parody. And yeah, I really like it. Then we have Paul, starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Jason Bateman, Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader, Sigourney Weaver, and Seth Rogen. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this. Of course, they're the 2 people from the Cornetto trilogy, which is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and the new one, The World's End. I really enjoyed this one, always have. It's basically about these 2 sci-fi nerds who are going on a alien, they're going to all these big places where there's been reports of aliens, and they eventually actually find an alien who's being chased by the government, and they're trying to protect him. So that's Paul. Then we have one that I like, but a lot of people don't, Police Academy. Yeah, it was really popular. A lot of people liked it when it came out. A lot of people hate it now. And I think it's only because there's so many sequels. And there was like a cartoon, a TV series. There was tons of stuff. And none of the sequels were really any good. I think the second one was the only good one. Or it might have been the third one. It was one of them too. But after that it got like up to number 7. And people just gave up. So that's Police Academy. Try and put that in there. And then the end of the first row is Road Trip, one that I really like. A lot of people have complained about how it's a rip-off of American Pie, but really it's nothing like American Pie. It's kind of got the same like 90s sex comedy vibe, but I don't think it's really that much like American Pie. I really enjoyed this one. The sequels, I've only seen Euro Trip. There's also Road Trip Beer Pong. But I kind of liked Euro Trip. It was okay. But I haven't seen the new one. So, yeah. Almost 30 minutes just talking about the first shelf. And we've still got more stuff to do. And of course that won't take very long, so I'll probably merge it with the box set. So yeah, thanks for watching the DVD overview part 1, and I'll see you soon for the next part.